Video 5, the Junos OS Commit History. This video describes the task number 5 of this vDay 1 practice. During this task, you will change the host name several times, from Everest to K2, then to Makalo, then to Annapurna, etc. Let's start the video at the time when the host name Annapurna has just been committed. You can see the history of all the committed configurations. On top of the list, you see the candidate database, which matches the active configuration because there are no changes pending to be committed. Rollback 1 is the configuration that was active before the last commit. Rollback 2 is the configuration that was active 2 commits ago. Rollback 3 was active 3 commits ago, and so on. In fact, the currently active configuration is often called rollback 0 because it's active right now, 0 commits ago. Now you change the host name in the candidate database with the set command on the left. As expected, the active configuration did not change yet, only the candidate did. If at this point you execute rollback, you discard the pending changes. The net effect is similar to copying the active configuration into the candidate database, although the implementation is more optimized than that. You are basically undoing all the changes that were pending to be committed in the candidate configuration. Now you set the new host name again in the candidate database. And this time you decide to commit the change. On the right, you see how the candidate database becomes the active configuration, triggering a rotation of the commit history files. The formerly active configuration becomes rollback 1, the former rollback 1 becomes rollback 2, and so on. Junos stores the last 50 configurations, from rollback 0 to rollback 49. The 4 most recent configurations are stored in a different file system with respect to the older ones. Typically, the file system where rollback 0 to 3 are kept belongs to the same physical device as the system boot partition. Now, what happens if you execute the command rollback 1? This command copies the formerly active configuration, the one that was active 1 rollback ago, into the candidate database, but it doesn't touch the currently active configuration. This is a very important point. The only command that is capable of changing the active configuration is commit. The rollback 1 command by itself only changes the candidate database. Indeed, the prompt didn't change yet. Only when you commit the pending changes, the active configuration is modified. Finally, let's see what happens if you use the Commit Confirmed option. Let's pick a 5-minute timer. After the commit completes, the system activates the configuration change and waits for 5 minutes. If there are no more commits during this time, the system automatically rolls back to the previous active configuration. Or, in other words, it automatically does a rollback 1 plus commit.